Hello all, and welcome back to First Impressions. And I just got done watching Black Panther. Now, a few things I should say. Going into this, I'd already been hearing some rumblings about Kilgore. For some reason I went Kilgrave there. I'm like, wait, what? No, it's not Kilgrave. It's not Kilgrave. Why did I go Kilgore? Right, sorry. What being a terrible villain. And I just watched it, but okay, so first of all, Kilgore's a terrible name. I'm sorry. Even if he was the best damn villain ever, it's terrible. Kilgrave is a bad name. Which is why it's been mocked in frickin' Jessica Jones. No one's going to have the family name Kilgrave, which is why it was made fun of. Kilgore is just as ridiculous. It's not his actual name, but we didn't learn his actual name until most of the way through the movie, and I didn't think about turning subtitles on until, like, the last 30 minutes. So I only got one shot of what his name actually was. And so I don't really know it. I like T'Challa, but when his accent meets words that I'm unfamiliar with, I have trouble making that out. Which is why I eventually realized I should have turned the subtitles on. But again, I only realized that until after most of the movie was over with anyways. But yeah, and well, I'll go into what my thoughts are in total upon that. Outside of me mocking the name. But yeah, that's one of the things I've heard about it. Another thing I've heard about is that this movie can be a bit political. And I'm going to say this. Even if it is, I'm not going to say a word. I do my absolute best to stay away from politics. Because everybody hates each other in politics. And no matter which side I'm on, I'm going to get harassed by somebody. I've seen it happen enough. If I'm on the side that makes lots of sense, which you can pick, just choose which one you think I'm referring to there. I'm still gonna get in trouble if I say shit. I honestly hate politics and don't like going into it. Instead, I'll cover the stuff I liked and disliked. First of all, I fucking loved the heart-shaped herb scenes. The spirituality in these scenes, they're just, and the feel of them, the spirituality, everything to do with those scenes. Because this is the non-spoiler part of the review. The heart-shaped herbs scenes are amazing. I love them. They're great. All three of them are fantastic. Things I disliked. No Panther God themes. It's mentioned, but we don't get any visions delivered directly by the Panther God wherein they feature. Now, I know that's not exactly a common thing even in the comics, but fuck. Doom got a visit by the Panther God in the comics, so I think one showing by the Panther God before everything breaks out in Infinity War, which is the next big thing I'm going to be watching. I've got an extra push towards doing that because people can't keep their mouths shut. I'm lucky I've managed to forget everything but maybe one or two things of that are spoilers for that movie. Oh, probably can't see it. Dog. So if you see me pen something, that's what it is. But Yeah, I overall like this movie. I think it's a pretty good movie. Not the best movie out there, not the best MCU movie out there. It still holds with my favorites. But definitely not the worst. That still goes to Homecoming. No, my opinion on that hasn't really changed. I've mellowed out even further in regards to it. I think people saying it's better than the original Spider-Man trilogy are full of it, but that's your opinion and you're allowed to have it. On to the actual spoiler part of the review. Now, sorry, that was just a visual cue and a bit of an audio one too. Help me. Right, so, first of all, I really like that opening scene. With a narration in T'Chaka. That was really good. I liked all of it. The backstory and everything. I don't think the movie did enough to explore the culture of Wakanda after going into it, though, which is a shame, because I really would like to know more. Its culture and the aesthetic of it I really like. It really feels like something that's been cut off from the rest of the world in cultural development. The only thing that bugged me is the fact that you see people wearing shit like backpacks. And that makes sense, but you'd think they'd look at least distinct enough. Because they're basically a homegrown alien culture. Everything else has been affecting and absorbing each other, but these people have stayed away from the rest of the world's culture. And okay, so I'm on the the wrong page of my notes, which is why I was so confused. I also really like the style of it. So after that, the movie goes to Oakland, which led me to be confused. Why are we in Oakland? The King's brother in there, and he's plotting things. He's the one who helped Claw steal the all that vibranium that went on to cause so much destruction in the world. Oh, good job. Good job, man. Good job. Right. Now we're in a spoiler part. I'd just like to take a moment, because I was originally going to talk about it later, but I really want to talk about it now. Killing the fucking villains. Now, I'm not like most people and it's in me for a while now. For a good while with the movies, but that's because they had a lot of others, and as long as they didn't keep doing it, it wouldn't be a problem. They kept fucking doing it. They killed both the villains in this movie. And, which is a problem, because you could have used both later. For fuck's sake, they didn't even give Claw a good villain death. Like, Kilgore. I'm sorry, but that name, fucking Christ, it's like some... It sounds like some Blood Gun, for Christ's sake. It sounds like he should be wearing an outfit covered in pouches. With eyes that are non-existent. Well, if he was a female, his back should be non-existent. His spine should be made of rubber. I'm saying he's acting like his name is a Rob Liefeld name. Levels of terrible. I'm sorry. It wasn't as much problem when I was watching the movie, but afterwards, I'm losing my ability to take him seriously as a villain. The more and more I think about it. I really wish I had known his other name, because fucking Christ. But, yeah, he was a rogue spy. And, and the scene ends with it saying that, his brother, T'Chaka, the king, will be taking him back. As we all know, that's not how it ended. So there's a... Jesus, 2 hours? Note, I can't remember the life of me what that was in reference to. And, but yeah. We all know that didn't end there. He was killed. His son was outside, saw it, and grew up hating them because... And that's just... is a valid point of T'Challa against his dad. There's literally no fucking good reason to abandon the kid there. You're not protecting secrecy or anything. Sparing the kid did more to protect secrecy. Leaving him there. Instead, you cooked up your own little homegrown insurgent who had the best possible grudge to get rid of you. T'Challa was 100% right. That was just terrible, man. So, let's go with one of the fears I had going in this movie. Once I realized that Wakanda was doing the whole hidden kingdom, nobody even knew it really existed thing. And that was, oh god, don't let them have a cure for cancer and be hoarding it. It's bad enough with all the other medical technology, but an actual cure for cancer and hoarding it would be fucking god-awful. I mean, it's in character, it's what they did in the comics, but in the comics, Wakanda are selfish jackasses who watch the world burn because they think they're better than everyone. And yeah, they are a bit selfish jackasses who think they're better than everyone in here too, but not to that degree, which makes them actually capable of being relatable. Also, I don't know what it is, but the look of the Black Panther outfit, it looks better. I mean, before he gets the upgrade, it looks better than his one in the previous one. I don't know why it is, but it just looks better. But, right. And, okay, I'd also like to go on that Hidden Kingdom thing bothered me. Like, I could somewhat buy if most of the world didn't really understand how advanced they were, or that, you know, about the Black Panther thing. But no, the international spy community at least had some idea. At least the really good spies. Nope. It appears that outside of the Black Panther outfit, they know nothing else. Wakanda's vibranium was all of Wakanda's vibranium. My fucking god. It's so stupid, because there's no way they'd have been able to pull that off at the beginning of the internet age. The world had to know about them. It's so... Because, in here, as shown, a lot of their cooler shit that they will often display in battle and then tell the locals, shh, don't say anything. Of course the fucking locals are saying something. And eventually someone should have had a camera while they were doing it. And oops, you're gonna have to take down the internet. But by the time you took it down, a lot of people have seen it. Maybe some people have copied it down, and now you're gonna have to pay somebody a visit. Which means more chances at mystery. And witnesses that you have to cover up. And maybe some innocent people you'd have to kill. Keep quiet, because otherwise they won't. Because they clearly don't have amnesia drugs. You can tell because of how worried they were about bringing the Ross there. If they had amnesia drugs, they wouldn't care. If they brought him, bring him here, heal him, and then send him on his way with no memory and thinking he was just taken there. They also clearly have no idea what fucking sedatives are either. Ugh. But, right. I'm sure there was this great action sequence when, T'Challa went to rescue his ex-girlfriend from the convoy. And, sorry. His ex-girlfriend from the convoy. But I wish I could have seen it, because, seriously. I don't know if it's just my computer, but that shit was so dark I couldn't make out anything. It might have been easier if, say, T'Challa was wearing a brightly colored costume, but because the Black Panther outfit is, well, black, and it was dark, it blended. I'm just thankful he wasn't wearing a gray Panther outfit. He would have been fucking invisible. Anyways, after that, they rescue his girlfriend to take her home for his coronation as king. We find out his little sister's the head of technological development. And there's just this great little family interaction going on there. I really like those family moments. We then, after that, we got to the ceremonial challenge. One of the many things that show that how much hypocrites Wakanda are. That they choose their ruler not by the merits of bloodline combined with fighting. That the king has to be the strongest, not the wisest, not the smartest, but the person who can kick everybody else's behind. But they claim other people are primitives. To the point that even when a clearly psycho rules the country, one of his friends and allies swears fealty to the throne. It's only when he comes back that she turns. When the rulership is in doubt. And she calls other people primitives. I don't have much of a problem with that. That's true to the origin story of Wakanda. But it also means the movie should, and it is, at least somewhat self-aware of the fact that she's being a hypocritical bitch. And lots of people are. Because, as noted, that very thing is what led, those very ways are what led to Kilgore gaining power. And you could say it's T'Challa's fault for accepting his challenge, but it's their traditions. He'd be in the wrong of their traditions for disobeying it, making them even further hypocrites. But yeah, on to the challenge. I really like the weapon used by the Hold on, I actually do have the name of the tribe written here. Jabari. Like I said, I'm primarily an English speaker, and not only were these words I don't not normally used to, but they're also being spoken with accents that haven't gotten used to deciphering. And finally, I didn't have subtitles on. One of the things I do that both bother me, it only really kicked in after the scene, but it started bothering me during the movie itself still, is after this scene, we go, and he's crowned king and everything. We have the scene where Claw and Kilgore are stealing from the museum. And somehow, no one figured out that weapon had vibranium in it. I don't give a shit about the fucking force fields and holograms and shit. They would have been able to see that was vibranium underneath there. How did they get that thing and not know it was vibranium? I'm sorry, but there's just no way. I'm calling bullshit. That's stupid. It's a problem with the Hidden World, Hidden Kingdom shit, and that as we get further and further along with technology in the world, the more and more moronic that shit gets. It makes no sense. Stop doing it. But I still generally enjoyed that scene. It was clever. Stealthily drugging the woman's coffee, which you could see a bit of that coming ahead. What that would lead to and such. You know, her reaction. Him calmly telling her, nah, it's Wakandan, and I'm taking it. And of course, as she falls down, Claude has been come in. Claw, being the humorous jackass he is, lets one of the guards go and then shoots him when he's running. It's actually somewhat understandable because it does make the scene look sloppy and amateurish. I'll give him points for that. That's something I hadn't even thought about. But I like how, since they were already stealing something from this place, Kilgore decided he liked that face mask and would steal and use it. That amuses me. It's a pity we didn't actually see more of it, because I did like that little moment, and I did like seeing it again later. Hold on. Little thing and then. There. Quiet. Hold on, I've got a whiner. Oh, hush, you're not getting... Dog! You were begging to be held, now let me pick you up and hold you. There. Sorry, the dog was distracting me while I was talking. Anyways. Then we get to the heart herb scene and everything that leads up to it, and I really, really love that. I love well done mysticism and spirituality in movies, and that was very well done. Especially when it represents mysticism and spirituality from comics and other stuff. But after we get the excellent heart scene with the first reunion with his father, we go on to a scene where, well, the one woman talks about wanting to share the wonders of Wakanda with the world. And he understands. And he proceeds to say, nah, let's not do that. Let's not help people out. I mean, it's a major theme of Wakanda that they're selfish. Like I told you, they cured cancer and then they didn't share it with the world. It's not that outrageous, but their medical technology is still fucking amazing, and there's a lot of people in the world who fucking die for no goddamn good reason because they're selfish cunts. Let's see, there's me complaining about the artifact in the notes. After that, he talks with the other guy about taking down Claw. All the K names are confusing me. He goes into his sister's lab, and they talk about... She shows off all her new gadgets, including the 2 new Black Panther suits. One of which I really should have realized would have ended up on the villain. I didn't think about that once he turned one down. Should have been obvious. Also. There was the fucking meme. It couldn't have even been a decent dead meme. No. It could have been... I was going to do that thing where you... Oh wait, no, I know. It could have been that? No! It had to be the dumbest of dead memes. And yeah, it might not have been dead at the time, but fuck you, this is the one I hate the most. What are those? It's dumb as fucking shit. Anyways. She was her brother out for wearing sneakers into her lab. I mean, not sneakers, but sandals. Gives him some sneakers. Which is a pun on them being stealth shoes. Which is still nowhere near as painful as that fucking deed. Dabbing! That's what that thing I just did was called. Right. That was literally the first and only time I've done that, and I intend to keep it that way. But yeah, after that they go on the mission to retrieve Claw. Either kill him or bring him back. Oh, one other thing. What the fuck does Vibranium even do in the MCU? I know what it's capable of in the comics. But because they didn't have the rights to adamantium, they just decided to have Vibranium do everything here. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they start having it pull the same shit Antarctic Vibranium does. Just to cover all their bases with this magic metal. I wouldn't even be surprised if they said that's what Solar's Hammer was made out of. Seriously. It's only started really bugging me with this movie, but what does this shit do? I'm bringing this up because we see her invent the classic feature of Vibranium for her brother's armor. But then again, later on, goes to show that that's actually just what Vibranium does. But then why does it act like adamantium when you put in armor? Why does it have so many different and varied effects? Just weird. It's just something that started bothering me, but still, I like the fact that we at least get to see the classic Vibranium effect rather than adamantium with the name of Vibranium. Even if that does, like I said, bother me. After that, we get the club scene, which is rather entertaining, especially with the Stan Lee cameo. I always like Stan Lee cameos, but that one was really funny. Not my favorite. The Guardians 2 Stan Lee cameo, that's my fucking favorite. Where he cameoed as himself. Me, once again, complaining about Hidden Kingdom being stupid. But yeah, they get to a club to track down Claw. T'Challa gets spotted by a guy called Ross, a government secret agent, who picks him out immediately. They talk. T'Challa reveals he's going to be taking Claw home. He's against that, but because he likes T'Challa, he tells him that he intends to get the Vibranium out of this guy and capture him and everything, but that T'Challa can find out what he wants out of him. But no, T'Challa is taking him fucking home. Unfortunately, Little Miss Overreactive, the general turned spy, blows her cover while being angry, triggering off a chase scene that chases Claw for a while. It's actually a great a combat scene turned chase scene, and I really like Claw's claw in this. I even like that it's a repurposed mining equipment. But it's a great scene, though I do find the method of the sister remote controlling the car is weird. I also have to call off the fact that T'Challa basically had her kill somebody and then didn't tell her. Yeah, when she ran over the guy and then asked, "What was that?" and he said, "Don't worry about it." Yeah. And she's kind of his kid sister in this, given what she's called a child by the Jabari tribe. But yeah, they get a rather entertaining chase scene and fight scene. T'Challa takes him down. Nearly ends up killing him before he's stopped by his ex-girlfriend. Because they're in the middle of the public and being recorded by a lot of cameras. So they take him back to be interrogated. And he lets loose the whole fact that they've got an entire fucking mountain of the stuff. What he took wasn't even a fraction of what they have. And that points out rightly, what the fuck do you think that suit your friend out there runs around and is made out of? Also, it's generally a funny scene with Claw. And now, because of it, I've now got, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You're welcome for that. That's what that movie did. That's what that scene did. I've got that fucking blaring, just those lines blaring in my head. Over and over and over again. So you can take that terrible cover as me passing on the suffering to you. Hush! You want a down dog? Shouldn't have brought the dog in. It's a crybaby. Anyway, so yeah. They capture him. Ross gets tipped off that, maybe there's more to this Wakanda place than people think. And, while he's talking it out with T'Challa, who was clever enough to slip a listening device onto him, because he's not as much of an idiotic ass as his general. Kilgore and their people rescue Claw, only to kill him. Also, he could use that to sneak in. God, that's fucking stupid. I don't know what the bottom of that says. After that, after the escape, yeah, I can't make out this bit here either. And of course, but yeah, they go back to Wakanda empty-handed, not long after. While making their escape, Kilgore betrays everyone, kills them all, including his girlfriend, because Claw took her hostage. And he's kind of a crazy fuck. And then he shoots Claw, killing him. Which is, again, a pity because I really like him as a villain. And they're kind of running out at this point, so they kind of can't afford to keep wasting them. Anyways. Right, my comment of fuck 2 hours earlier was in regards to how long the movie was. I wasn't expecting that long. But, Right. So they go back. One of T'Challa's friends is extremely pissed because his parents were killed by Claw in his escape, and he promised him that they'd bring Claw back. Not long after this, Kilgore comes in and introduces to the friend the body of Claw, which pretty much earns him a lot of points. Around this time, Ross wakes up. Because he took a bullet for one of them. T'Challa was grateful, brought him back to the nation to be healed up. And he didn't fucking think of sedating him. It wouldn't have been that hard to hide it from him, You could have just sedated him, waited for a bit until you got a proper cave outside the main nation itself. Had people dress up in your ceremonial outfits, and tell him you did some form of ceremony to invoke magic upon him. He would have bought it. You pretty much healed him magically anyways. And no one would have known. But you didn't even bother sedating him. Which just makes me wonder how much the characters here really did care about them. And T'Challa's inner circle actually did care about keeping a secret. I'm not even sure his sister cared. Actually, given her stupid memeing, I actually think she might have secretly wanted it. It was never addressed, but you don't meme stupidly without at least being introduced to memes. Seriously though, I want to smack the writer for writing that in. The only thing worse is if she had started dabbing. Let's just be glad of that. And yes, I know, I just dabbed earlier and said it would have been better, but I meant, but that was just one dab. I meant if she started dabbing a lot. But yeah. The guy wakes up, gets informed of a lot of shit by this overly talkative sister. While T'Challa is informed that his dad killed his brother and orphaned his cousin. Because of that, when his cousin does show up, he accepts his challenge because he's not nearly the hypocrite the rest of his people are. They have their fight. He gets his butt kicked. And is thrown over a cliff. The spy ex-girlfriend helps T'Challa's mom and sister escape. And when she tries to bring the general with her, the general says no, because her loyalty is to the throne. To the country, the throne. Not the people, the throne. Fucking stupid bitch. I don't like characters like that. I don't like people like that. I don't mind characters like that. Her loyalty got a lot of people killed at an unnecessary time. It was only when, like I said, when T'Challa turned out to be alive and the challenge unfinished, that she turned. And that was helpful. But man, it would have been great if she had just done it in the first place. But yeah, it doesn't take long for Kilgore to reveal his plan. I'm not going in detail besides arming people for a revolution. He gets, I will go into this much, though. I really love that scene with his dad, with the heart herb. Like I said, I loved all of them, and that was a great moment. I don't like how he followed this up by setting fire to the grove. Like, fucking Christ, man. You want to arm people, you should have taken them and sent them out. Imagine an army fueled by what's flowing for you, man. We were told no reason it won't work on other people. An army loyal to you and your cause, fueled by the heart herbs? Nah, we just need weapons. Fucking idiot. So yeah, he sets fire to them, before, unknowingly, with one surviving. I hope that's not the only one, because, you know, it'd be a shame for the lineage of the Black Panther to end there, though it's entirely possible more heart-shaped herbs will show up after Infinity War, because I haven't seen Infinity War. But like I said, people have been spoiling shit for that for a while, and well, I've managed to forget and avoid most of it. I know enough details that I know there's going to have to be a fucking retcon of some kind when it's over. And since the Infinity Gauntlet's involved, it's entirely possible a lot of the people who died will be brought back. A lot of stuff like the heart-shaped herbs could be a wave of hand and they were restored, but yeah. So yeah, the family escapes with it to offer it to the and Raw escape with it to offer the heart-shaped herb to the leader of the Jabari. Try to help his people because while they might not like the Jabari, he's still better than the crazy guy on their throne currently. But the Jabari show they're actually pretty swell dudes, even with a bit of a twisted sense of humor. Like telling Ross if he talks again, they'll feed him to their children. They're vegetarians. They don't eat people. But that they did save T'Challa. He could have selfishly taken the powers himself, but he accepted that. Probably for the same reason he accepted when he challenged T'Challa to a fight, and T'Challa told him to surrender because his people need him. And it's probably why he, in the end, came to help as his little cavalry came to help in the end. But yeah, they tell him about T'Challa. They gave him the heart-shaped herb and it healed him. We get another wonderful spiritual scene where he calls his ancestors out for being cowardly fucks. Cowardly, hypocritical fucks, including dear old dad. So he wakes up, gets his armor back, goes on with his sister, if not his mother, and Ross to fight and take on Kilgore. Half of Kilgore's newfound army turns on him, the other half decides they like him better than T'Challa and fight a war they shouldn't. So a great big battle, a great big, well-done fight scene occurs. With shit like energy riot shields. I love stuff like that. Riot shields are awesome. I love seeing them used in any form. Battle rhinos. Awesome. The only thing better than you get is rideable war bears. But battle rhinos. All while Ross and his sister and his ex-girlfriend sneak into the place into her labs to recover gear while Frost takes over hijacks from the lab a powerful jet and proceeds to blow up all the things escaping. There's a moment when it looks like he's going to die because he has to stay in the remote center and he's being fired upon and the glass is almost breaking. But no. He manages to do it without dying and still having plenty of time to get out of there. The thing doesn't even blow through at the last second. Nope. He gets out of there before the glass breaks. So that was actually went a lot better than I expected. Kilgore, of course, is running around in the other armor, and we have big battle and everything, you know. But after all, while that's all taken care of, and his sister and ex-girlfriend have been pretty beaten up, T'Challa tackles him and knocks him into the caves of the Vibranium Mountain, where they have a battle on a railway which suppresses their armor's capability. After a fairly good battle, T'Challa plants the spear that Kilgore was going to use on him into Kilgore's chest. After talking with him a bit, and Kilgore mentioned the fact his dad wanted them to show the sunsets of Wakanda, T'Challa drags him out so they can watch the sunset one final time. T'Challa tries to offer Kilgore mercy, and Kilgore takes the spear out of himself, letting himself die and bleed out. After that, T'Challa learns his lesson from all this and refuses to let Wakanda hide in the shadows any longer. He wakes up with his ex-girlfriend finally, and almost certainly ends up making her the queen, or at least the future queen. And does what she wants. Helps the world with Wakanda's power. They go out to the place where his cousin grew up, where his uncle was killed, and buy all the rundown buildings in the area, fix them up, and have them become the Wakandan Outreach Center, which his girlfriend will manage. His sister ends up being put in charge with sharing the technological capability, technological and scientific knowledge with the rest of the world. Yeah, controlling. And then he just hits a button and reveals his private invisible plane. A bunch of kids ooh and ah over how cool it is. And then we get the final two, and that's the end of the movie. We get two more scenes, not one or two more, but two more scenes. With one, and both of which are okay. I don't think they build up much hype. The first involves T'Challa giving an excellent speech about helping the world and everything, and then getting questioned about what can a nation of farmers do to help the world. T'Challa smugly smiles and it cuts. I think it would have been more entertaining to hear him actually reveal the capabilities of the world. You know, like in Avengers 1 when we got that excellent last moment with Tony going, "I am Iron Man." The last one involves the recovering Bucky. He's not on ice anymore. I'm not sure why he's not on ice anymore, but I hope they manage to deprogram him by this point. But yeah, and that's it. Not a lot of hype built for Infinity War. Anyways, but I think that was overall a well done and decently a pretty good movie. Kilgore, I think, was a bit of a bad villain, but solely because he burnt those flowers instead of trying to use them to make an army. He wanted to empower people. What better way than a weapon that couldn't be taken away? Something intrinsically part of them now. He didn't even bother checking. It makes no sense. And yes, I know. He's trained in destabilizing places, but as angry as he is at them, at least spreading it out first would have helped him with his overall goals. Not just burning Wakanda, but helping everywhere he wanted to help. That's a pretty big bugbear for me in regards to the character. It annoys me. It's stupid. And Frank, his name is stupid, and outside of the scene with his dad, which is really well done, I love it. I just don't really feel myself interested in him as a villain much. Claw isn't really that much better. He's a more entertaining villain, but he's also just kind of a small-time villain, a B-lister. But I'm complaining, I mean, even then I still complain about his death, because, again, we do not have the villains to throw away like this. I'm just so happy they spared Baron Zemo, even if he isn't really Baron Zemo. He was still a great villain, though. And I'm hoping he eventually becomes what we know as Baron Zemo, even if, he's not a Hydra-connected Baron Zemo. Oh. After this, I can't wait to get the Infinity War. Mostly so I can stop seeing all the, having to worry about spoilers everywhere, but still. I also am somewhat annoyed because I just know we're not going to see anything. And I'm not going to see anything related to the TV shows. I mean, I already know the Defenders don't show up in it. I wasn't expecting them, though, because, again, everything I've heard paints the people who make the movies as not being on the same page as the shows anymore. Otherwise, we would have had stuff like Jessica Jones mentioned when setting up the Sokovia Accords. Especially Jessica Jones, because Jessica Jones would have been a perfect counterpoint. A superhero killing someone, snapping someone's neck on the street. A lot of things you could have pulled from there. And it's a damn shame that the people who had the movies don't seem to want anything to do with the TV shows. At least the TV shows try to stay connected some way. Sure, the Netflix shows don't overtly mention Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and such, but, well, to be fair, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is more of a global thing. Just, But all the Netflix shows are, at least they're connected together. There are some vague connections with, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I just really wish they would all connect back into the TV shows. Sometimes it feels the shows manage to fake the connection with the movies well enough, but until whoever heads the movie project side of things gets his head out of his ass, or her ass, or their ass, it's not gonna happen. Still, overall, like I said, I like this movie. I enjoyed it. It was well done. Not my favorite. Not close to my favorite. But not even anywhere near my worst. Cough, cough, Homecoming. Okay. Anyways. This is HighPriest signing out. Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot the other thing to say. If you like this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, want to see more of me? Maybe check out my Twitch. Check out my Let's Play channel where I tend to post my Twitch stuff. And, of course, my other videos here. This is HighPriest signing out. And I will see you all next time, folks.